Hello everybody, it's Dana Sullivan, the Stampin' Chick, here with another Make It Monday! How are you today, my friends? I hope you had a fabulous weekend. So as you can tell, this is a pre-recorded Make It Monday video. I will not be going on live to do Make It Monday this week because I am out of pocket today, so I'm sorry about that. However, I have a beautiful card to share with you, and it's not necessarily a fun theme per se, but the technique is very pretty and I love the design of the card. And this is actually a project made from a card sketch that my wonderful friend Miss Peggy shared on her page the other day. And if you don't know what a card sketch is, basically it's not sure if I even have another one out here, but anyway, it's a line drawn picture of a card design, and maybe it will have some measurements on there, but it's a pretty basic line drawing of a pattern or a template, so to speak, and you modify it however you like and interpret it however you like. And so this is my interpretation of that card. So I'm going to show you how I did it, and we'll get right to it, okay? So what you're going to need for today's project is, of course, to start with the Pampered Pets bundle. I absolutely love the Stampin' Die bundle, and not just because pet sympathy cards, it is nice for that. It's nice to have a stamp set for that, because if you have a pet, a fur baby as I love to call them, and most of you have seen pictures of my fur babies, you know that we're very, very much animal lovers here, and it's super sad, devastating even, actually, when you have to say goodbye to one of them. And you know, it's so difficult. And a friend of mine has lost one of her favorite friends, one of her best fur babies, and so she's obviously very upset. And so I want to send this card to her to tell her that I'm thinking of her, and that we love her, and you know, we feel for her. So anyway, the Pampered Pet stamp set is nice for that, but it's also a very sweet and fun stamp set as well. I mean, you have this puppy dog that's just so excited, and I hope your day is a real treat. So you can do some things with it, and if you're a kitty lover, well, of course you've got kitties here too. So you know, it's a super fun Stampin' Die bundle. So this is what we're going to use. And then we're also going to be using Real Red and Memento Black inks. And I'm going to be using some of the Pampered Pets Designer Series paper, Playful Pets Designer Series paper, because it's absolutely beautiful and I want to use it while we can still get a hold of it. So, you know, I'm taking full advantage of the entire Playful Pets collection because it is absolutely gorgeous. So here's what we're going to use for the card itself. We'll need a piece of basic black that measures 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. And yes, this is our card base. We'll need a piece of basic white that measures 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches for the inside layer of our card because it's so dark. And then we're going to use a piece of the Designer Series paper that has the different puppy words, 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. This is going to be the front layer of our card. And then we need 2 pieces of Real Red cardstock that measures 2 5/8 by 2 5/8 inch square. And I'm going to be layering these together like so. All right, well, you know what I mean, squared. All right, and then you need a piece of 4 1/4 by 1 inch Real Red for our sentiment layer here. and then a piece of basic white cardstock that measures 4 1/4 by 3/4 of an inch that we're going to actually stamp our sentiment on. And then you're going to need a scrap of gray granite cardstock. This is what I use to stamp and die cut our little fur baby there. And you'll also need 8 pieces of 1 1/4 inch square. So 1 1/4 by 1 1/4 inch. 8 pieces of the Designer Series paper pre-cut to that size. And we're going to glue those around this piece here. And then I got this little heart that I've punched out from the Dog Builder punch. And sadly, it's retiring very soon. So if you don't have that yet and you're a dog lover, you definitely want to get it because it's really cute. So I have the little heart there that I'm going to put in the center of my cluster here. And so that's what you're going to need. And then, of course, your envelope. So I've got that. And let's go ahead and get to it. We're going to start with the stamping because everything else is pretty much done. So there's not a whole lot to this project. But the little pinwheel cluster looking piece here, that might take us just a minute, just because we're going to be organizing it together and lining up the edges and all that fun stuff. So, all right, so you're going to take your gray granite cardstock and your Memento black ink. And I'm using the puppy dog that's looking away because, you know, this is a sympathy card. And so, you know, I'm not wanting it to be all fun and happy, joy, 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 all that stuff. You know, I want it to be sympathetic. And this kind of makes me think that, that the puppy dog is looking away. You know, he's kind of looking on towards the Rainbow Bridge, so to speak. So, okay. And then I'm going to set that aside, bring in that white strip. I don't know how I got black on that. All right. Well, I tell you what, I'll flip it over. And then I'm going to stamp the sentiment right here. Just lining it up, giving it a good press. There we go. All right, and then for the inside of the card, as well as the envelope, we're going to stamp that dog again. So we'll bring the dog back in. And I'm going to line this one up right here. And then, let me get these out of the way before I throw them around. And then bring in the envelope. And stamp this one right here. Very good. Okay, put the lid on that before it makes a mess everywhere. And then I'm going to bring in the real red ink. And I'm going to take the little double heart here. And I'm stamping one here. And I'm going to flip the envelope around. And I'm going to stamp the other one right there, so it's super sweet. And then I'm going to bring my inside layer back, and I'm going to do the same thing with it, and just stamp the hearts right there on the inside. All right, there we go. Let me set the inks out of the way. Okay. Now, through the magic of television, of course, I have already die cut my puppy dog so that I don't make a mess of things. Let's go ahead and assemble our card, shall we? Okay, let me set these aside. Don't lose our little heart there. All right, I'm going to go ahead and glue this piece on the inside just to get it out of the way. We really don't need it anymore. You'll have plenty of room to write a little heartfelt message on the inside. Okay. And then I'm going to put the DSP directly onto the card base. Now I hate covering up the back side of this because that's so pretty too, isn't it? This designer series paper is absolutely beautiful all the way around. It's so much fun. So actually, with that in mind, if you don't already know, I have a Pampered Pets class that is coming up on April 29th. I believe it's April 29th. Yeah, April 29th at 7 p.m. and it's a hybrid class. So for those who are local to me and would like to meet in person, you're able to come together with me, and we're going to craft together and have a great time. And if you're not local, it's great, it's fine, because we'll have a Zoom link for you and we'll connect that way. So we'll have it streaming, and you'll be able to hang out with us and see everyone and chat, and it'll be a lot of fun. And the projects are absolutely beautiful. I'll show them to you here in just a minute. All right, now that we have got this part stamped and we've got the background piece on, I'm going to go ahead and layer the white piece onto the red piece. Okay. And then we'll set it aside along with our dog. And let's go ahead and work on, I don't really know what that's called, but anyway, this piece right here. I'm just going to call it a cluster for lack of getting confused with myself. So, okay, so the first thing I want to do here is I'm going to take some of my adhesive, and on all four sides, so it's nice and tacked down, I'm going to put this piece on, and I'm going to try very, very carefully to make sure that I've got it lined up. And I'm using my words kind of as a guide, so I can see where my points are lining up there. And I'm not going to press it down firmly yet because I still have the ability to move it kind of if I need to, but I think I've got it. Now this one I'm going to make square, and I'm going to line it up with the words, and I'm also going to try to make sure that I've got it centered on all 4 points here. So I think it's going to look something like that. And if it's not exact, it doesn't matter. I mean, this is a pretty good guesstimation, okay? Alright, so now that I've got that down, we're going to take our little square pieces here, and I'm going to put adhesive on 2 sides, and I'll start up here. I'm only going to press down this edge and this edge, okay? I'm going to leave where I can stick something underneath this edge, alright? So I'm going to line this up and give me just a little simple border all the way around those 2 sides, and I'm just pressing down this side and this side. Alright, so I'll take the next piece. Like I said, this one's a little tedious, but it's very, very pretty, and it's not hard. Okay, and I'm just sliding this piece underneath that one. Now you see why we left it unattached there. And I'm lining it up to make sure that I've got my edges pretty similar to the first one. I can go ahead and press that square down and then leave this one up, right? Okay, and we'll just keep working our way around. And you folks know me, I don't edit my videos, so what you see is real time, so I'm not going to fast forward this. So if you want to, you can fast forward ahead, and I won't be upset about it. But I'm just going to go ahead and put these all the way around. And one thing you do want to make sure of is that the direction of your paper is in line with whatever the pattern is. So just turn your square until it lines up appropriately with the pattern, and you'll be fine. Okay, so we'll take this one in, and I'm going to turn my card around because that seems to make it a little easier for me. I'm going to tuck this one in there. There may be an easier way to do this, but I don't know what it is. So this is the way I do it, and it works out pretty well. So if it's not broke, don't fix it, right? Okay, now I want this one to go this way, just kind of following my curve around here. Turn that card. There we go. Okay. All right. So, you know, this is actually kind of relaxing too. It's just laid back and chill and very sweet, peaceful. Okay, and it's really not taking so long. All right, now that we're at the end and we have only 2 squares left, let me go ahead and put my adhesive on both. I am gonna go ahead of this square and put this one on, but I'm going to leave. Let me see here. So I'll put this one this way. And I can go ahead and tack it down completely because this one is going to tuck right there. Okay? So put the last one on and put it down all the way. And then take the next to last one and just tuck it in like that. Okay, there we go. And now you can make sure that they're all pushed down good, and it looks fabulous. All right, now I'm going to put the sentiment on dimensional, so I'm going to pop it up. Here we go. And we're almost done. We've done all of the stamping already, so we really didn't have much else to do. We're going to line this piece up right here. And we're just going to try to make sure that it's even and that it's lined up across the edge. There we go. Okay. And now I'm going to take a little of my adhesive and just run it along the center, just that middle section of my dog. I'm not going to worry about the top or the bottom too much because he's going to kind of hang over. There we go, just like that. And then I'm going to grab a mini dimensional and the heart, and I'm going to put this mini dimensional on here and attempt to get it centered-ish. I just don't want it to show. It's small enough to fit, but it is close. There we go. All right. Pull the backing off of there, and we're going to stick this right in the middle of our little cluster here. And let me get my take your pick tool so I can see what I am doing. There we go. Look at that. All right, that worked. Okay, friends, there you have it. A beautiful, sweet sympathy card for a pet. Plenty of room to write on the inside, and of course the envelope matching the card, making it so pretty and very thoughtful. I hope that you guys love this project. It's so much fun. Now let me show you before you leave the project kit for the Playful Pets project class. Now the class is $35, plus $8.50 for flat rate shipping if you're not local to me. It includes a 6x12 pack of the Designer Series paper. It includes the 2-pack of the ribbon and a package of the Playful Pets trinkets. And we'll be doing 5 projects. So you'll have a beautiful card. You'll have another card that's a gift card pop-up or a pop-up gift card holder. It's very cute. And then a gift bag with a tag, a gift box, and a fun little treat holder. All right, so if you would like to sign up for the Playful Pets project class, I'll put a link down in the description below. You can also find it on my blog and on my Facebook page, the Stampin' Chick Dana Sullivan, under the events tab. And it'll have the instructions for how to register for the class and get on the list to make sure that you have a seat and that you have a kit. This is going to be a lot of fun. I am really excited about the class, and I think you guys are going to love it. So anyway, sign up for the class, join me there, and until next time, my friends, I hope that you have a wonderful day. Bye for now.